Jesus, that was a short break. It was the shortest break of all. Danny, are you with me?
That was. I'm here. I'm fair. It's fine. I'm here. But that was a very short break. But I'm pretty sure everyone's going to appreciate it just because we are going to get some coverage right away. You don't really have to wait 10 minutes for it. If you're at the toilet, too bad.
And no pauses.
Yeah. And no pauses, hopefully. You may have jinxed it.
Yeah, but
May
let's
have
see.
jinxed it.
I have to sort. I have to focus on my overlays. I haven't done this. Like all my keys, nothing is set. My Dota keys are off. My OBS keys are off. Like I have to manually put team names and whatnot. But either way, we have Team Malaysia versus Copenhagen. What Copenhagen?
Copenhagen?
Yeah,
I don't know,
Copenhagen.
that's how I say it.
Whatever. I mean, it's European, so I can actually pronounce it correctly. So Copenhagen or Copenhagen, Wolves Gamings. That's a very interesting name, I have to say. Do you have any background information on this one?
I've never heard of the team before. In all honesty, I don't even. It's supposed to be a Southeast Asian team, right? I don't know. I don't think it's Southeast Asian. Maybe they're competing in the Southeast Asian qualifiers.
No, it's all Malaysian. Raymond just told me.
They're all Malay? Where's
Raymond...
Copenhagen then? I think that's a place.
Oh, of course it's a place. It's a city. You
Where?
I'm not gonna commend it. It's the capital of Denmark. Jesus. Now I commend
Well,
it.
what? Why is that?
Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
so apparently
Doesn't
Denmark
matter.
is in
Let's not go in
Malaysia.
it. No, but Raymond assured me this is all Malaysia. He wrote me on Skype, Heflamoke, you're freaking stupid. It's a Malaysian qualifier, so no other teams there but Malaysians. That's what he one-on-one said. No, that's not what he said. He's super friendly. Either way, let's look into the draft. We're going on here. Phoenix Lion and the Lycan, as well as 4 buns already. So let's see what we got there.
I'm surprised that Phoenix is worthy of a first pick, in all honesty. I feel like Phoenix should be picked during the second phase, or maybe even just a last pick hero, because in general, he's a great team fight hero. You've got the Supernova Egg, you've got the attack slow with the Fire Spirits, you've got the Dive as well for extra mobility and the percentage-based burn, but he's so squishy. He is so squishy. Once he's used the Dive, he is literally just a sitting fiery chicken, ready to be eaten by a Lycan. And Lycan, he's got high mobility with the Shapeshift, he's got above haste movement speed, 650 movement speed compared to the, what was it, 522 is haste? 522? Yep. I think it's 522. Yeah.
522? I don't know, you're the expert. As I said, I have no idea what is this game. Like, I don't know. I studied so much Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, and Counter-Strike since, I don't know, last year, end of last year. I'm so out of the loop in Dota. But at least, I mean, that's the good thing about Dota. Like, if you look at the patches, I mean, the last patch, obviously, I studied the patch, which is like basic knowledge, obviously, but not much changed. I mean, the meta is quite stable, and that's what's also pretty interesting for me before the TI, because usually Ice Rock throws another big patch out there before every TI. But I mean, we're like a month away from the TI qualifiers. They're pretty early this year, while the main event is relatively late in comparison. So I don't know, do we have qualifiers in this meta and we get another one for the main event, which would throw a lot of teams off because maybe they're performing well in the qualifiers but then bad in the event because they can't really adapt to the strategy? That's, for me, the big question marks this year. Either way,
Yeah.
focusing on this game, Team Malaysia, we already mentioned them. eHome dropped them, or they dropped eHome. Either way, I don't know the background story because at the moment I'm not looking too much into Dota as such.
I'm pretty sure they dropped eHome though.
Yeah,
I think
miscommunication was in the news, but I mean, man, that's
it was
like,
miscommunication.
that's the official statement. I have to find out what's the real reason, and I'm looking forward if Team Malaysia actually finds a new good sponsor. Either way, now they're up here with all the usual suspect here: Kachik, Imba, Johnny, KOXY, Mushi, and Ohio. Like the old guys, the old school squad is up, which is, for me, I really enjoyed it. For those who remember last year, 2014, in August, after the TI, we had the Mushi challenge, that was quite fun. With thousands of viewers, like peaked up to 30,000 viewers because there was no other content around the TI. There was tons of fun. Mushi's team just challenging other teams, and now they're pretty much back on track with all this. Like in Shadow Shaman as well as a Chen. So the Shadow Shaman again here in C being picked. That's quite interesting. The Lycan is a push wonder as well, and the Chen now with the Chen army. So pushing is the way to go here.
Yeah, it looks like it. Shadow Shaman, great pusher just because of the Serpent Wards. You have the Chen now, and I'm not sure if Hal actually works with the Chen creeps. I don't think so. If they do, that's pretty OP. I think it does.
Of course. I'm pretty sure they
does.
do. I mean, Spiderlings get the Howl and whatnot, so yeah.
Oh, Spiderlings and Lycan is disgusting. Just absolutely disgusting. I hate Brood
And we have another Storm
Not
Spirit.
just spiders.
Just like last game, we have the Storm Spirit up. So that's the mobility and the pickoffs they can go for until, of course, that point where also the Shadow Shaman might come in with the Blink Dagger. But like he pretty much got a counterpart, the Lion pretty much on the same job, just the Lion more for the burst damage, less for the push. While we have the Shadow Shaman, of course, the wards for Roshan, for bigger team fights as well as push. The Magnus is going to play a key role here. And the synergy between Phoenix and Magnus is going to be big. So if Team Malaysia is getting caught out in a big RP and we have a Phoenix Act exploding on top of it, this is really bad news because you're stunned by the RP, and that's, well, it's for almost 4 seconds when we are talking about level 16, and then we have the Phoenix stun. If you put that on top of it, that's even worse. That's another 2.5 seconds, so you're looking at, I don't know, 7 seconds plus the Lion, plus the Wind Range and potential Shackle. This is huge disable. It's massive disable coming out. They just have to get that RP.
I don't know what they're going to pair it with the Magnus though, because typically you'd want to pick up a melee hero with the Magnus so that they can actually make use of the cleave coming out from the Empower. Unless they want to go for something ranged, they could go for what's banned out here so far. So Medusa's banned out. Medusa would have been good with the Stone Gaze.
I would have even said Sniper, but the Sniper is banned by them, by themselves.
Yeah.
So that's not
so what else can actually make use of a Magnus? Do you think maybe, I don't know, I feel like Anti-Mage wouldn't be that great this game. He's just going to need too much space unless somehow Wind Ranger, Magnus, Lion and Phoenix can make the space for him. Who else could actually make most of it? If they want to go for fights, I guess they could pick up a Sven. Like Magnus Sven, super old school combo. When Magnus came out, it was literally the combo to go for, the Magnus Sven. Just going out for those massive RPs into Sven stun, and wow, we're going to see a Phantom Lancer this game. I'm excited.
Cancel
I'm
Lancer.
excited.
By the way, the Phoenix Magnus combination, I think we saw it this week. It was on Beyond the Summit, but I'm not sure. Was it Starladder or was it something else? I think it was Goomba versus SFZ. I watched that game. I had a bit of time, so I watched it. And he went for a... It looked like a very, very bad Phoenix Egg. So the team decided, let's go and just kill the egg. And then the Magnus came in. They pretty much baited them in hitting the egg, and then the Magnus had a proper RP. So you can actually, tune it that way around, which is kind of interesting. But talking about big ultimates and combinations, we have the Titan Hunter now, which is quite interesting. The only problem with the Titan Hunter is, if that Phantom Lancer gets his Diffusal Blade, he's gonna run into mana trouble all the time, not to mention even the others. I mean, the Lycan is the one relatively immune against this because you can just run away, but the others, they will have ton of problem here. So for me, yeah, I think the big ultimates decide this game, unless we have a huge imbalance already early on.
I can't help but feel like this Tidehunter is actually supposed to be a counter-initiation hero. So if CW decide to try and jump on Team Malaysia, try and go for the full combo, so long as Ohio does not get RP'd, if his team gets RP'd, he just throws a Ravage, there's going to be no follow-up coming out from CW, and then hopefully Team Malaysia can recover off of that Ravage. They can use it for initiation as well, but they've got to be very quick with these kills, because if they get caught out with the RP, if they get supernovaed, they're going to all be stunned up, and there's plenty of damage from CW to pretty much make the most of any initiation from their team, or any openings really.
And I'm gonna introduce here the Radiant team. We have KYXY on the Lycan, Mushi is playing the Shadow Shaman, Johnny is on the Chen, we have Katsuk Imba playing the Storm Spirit, and last but not least we have the Titan that we just talked about, played by Ohio, and you have the honor of the other side because I have no idea who they are.
Is that Copenhagen Wolves? I think it was. Anyways, playing on the dire side on our Phantom Lancer, we're gonna have, what's his name? We have Croc on the Magnus. We're gonna have WS in the middle lane coming in towards the team. We have Fit playing on the Lion, Selin on our Phoenix, and then lastly going in towards the Secret Shop on our Windrunner, we have Bobo.
Bobo.
That's, I believe that's a curse word in, I don't know, in Philippines.
Isn't it?
Was it Tagalog?
Yeah, doesn't Bobo mean like idiot, moron, something like that?
I don't know. I just see a lot of people just spamming it in C chat anyway. So
Yeah, I think it
I
means
just
something like
presumed
that.
it's
No,
a
I
bad
think Mushi told me. I don't know. And it's actually it's been a while. I talked to Mushi, but I think back then he translated some of them words for me. So that is, I think it means something like idiot or moron or something like that, or retard. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong, and it's something nice.
Who knows? Who knows?
Bobo. Someone in chat also just noticed that someone has this name.
Yeah.
Either way, do we even know what that wait idle problem top up?
I don't know what it is, but I think they're just topping up for the cyber cafe. So just putting more money into their balance so that they don't get disconnected.
I get it. Ah, see, that's why it's always good to have a native around. Me stupid German. I would have never guessed that. Top up. I was thinking of any context that could make any
I'm
sense.
not even a native.
Yeah, of course you're English native. Australian.
Oh,
word,
English native.
I know.
Okay, I thought you meant like I was a Malaysian native, just to know some of the terminology, because there's like very few cyber cafes in Australia. So if I told someone at a cyber cafe, "Do you want to top up?" they'd be like, "What? Do you want to put money into your cyber cafe balance?" I was like, "Oh, facepalm." Anyways,
I mean, let's say you're semi-native. Like Australia is not really like
not really.
it's not full standard English, but either way, let's see. We have some fourth and back here, but KYXY he will definitely have the short straw and that whole fight because too ranged. It's not really what you want to go for, but they still get the bounty rune on the other side. However, we have CW getting the bounty rune, so it's a 1-1 again. Like, we barely see any teams at the moment making that, like, I don't know, this double bounty trade at the start, because it's kind of hard to achieve. And Mushi, he's going full YOLO here right from the beginning. Like, he knows the Phoenix is the one he really wants to go for in harass, because the Phoenix, all you need on a Phoenix is HP regen. And yeah, getting him low, forcing out that salve already, that would be quite amazing for him.
Yeah, and the issue with the Phoenix is that it looks like it's a support Phoenix has literally just pulled everything towards the team. So he's got 1 Observer Ward, I don't know if he bought that, he's got 2 Clarities, and he has 0 armor, so any damage that Team Malaysia throws out on the Phoenix is going to cop all of it. Like, if you look at the stats for his physical damage resistance, it's literally -1 at this point. So he's just taking more than he should.
What's also quite interesting for me is that actually the Lycan went for that 1 point in Howl. I mean, it's quite nice for yourself at the beginning as well as your team. Mushi is going for the double pulls here in the meantime, but still, like, since Howl was nerfed, we have a lot of Lycans that actually don't go for it anymore. But oh, I think top we have maybe the first attempt for a first blood here. A lot of damage on the Lion, but in the end, well, he makes it under tower. But there is a Centaur Conqueror. You have the stun, and look at it, Johnny just going for them right clicks on the Lion. They want to get rid of him, but I don't think they can commit. I don't think they can dive the tower, not at this point, not on level 1 or level 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Phantom Lancer would have been there for the body blocks in case they actually do try to jump onto the Lion. So they play it safe. They just harass him down. I think they just want to force him back towards the fountain just to starve him of some EXP, because a low level line is a pretty easy kill. And oh, there's Tornado. There's Tornado. This is a living hell for CW.
Oh, Jesus, look at his HP, just burning down. It's windy today. Yeah, even the Phantom Lancer getting tons of damage now. Like,
look
so
at Fitz
down.
HP.
Look at it.
He's gonna be gushed. Oh, the Tornado. He's dropping down 80 HP, 60, 40, 30. Is he gonna die to a Tornado? 7 HP, 5. He dies. First blood going to Johnny. That Tornado.
Jesus Christ.
Storm warning.
Johnny, yeah, storm warning. It's bad weather here down under. That's for sure. Oh my god. And the funny thing is, I think they can even repeat this pretty soon on the Phantom Lancer. There's not much he can do at the moment. He went for that 1 point in Doppelganger, so he has this little escape tool if he wants to, but Ohio is just farming. Well, he doesn't get much. Nothing at all. 7-1 at the moment, 3 minutes in, while Ohio is 13-4. It's looking really good. And also on the other side, Lycan is doing well, even though he's against 2 ranged. The problem about this lane is that they barely had any regeneration. I mean, Windrunner only had 1 share Tango, they had 1 salve on the Phoenix, and the Mushi was so aggressive that, well, they really had to use it. And now, oh, look at this, they want to come in there. Nope, it's just harass. I actually thought he might go for the Shackle, but it's a bit too early, especially with the Phoenix around.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, the laning stage for CW is just... it's terrible. They can't get anything in the lanes. They're pretty much losing every single lane as well.
Oh, but look
up top though.
They want to go for the line here. He's slowed, and now all they need is right clicks. And I think Johnny's last one should do the trick, but never mind. The Phoenix is coming in here. Ohio doesn't really care. I mean, that level 1, it's probably not enough. And with that stick, he's just gonna turn it around. And now the Phoenix, well, out of steam. He used everything just aggressively, and then Ohio is like, oh, sure, I got a full stick, 10 charges, easy for me.
Yeah, unfortunately Phoenix was kind of overextending there. He had -2 armor because of the gush from Ohio, so he's taking so much damage. And when you use the dive on Phoenix, you're moving at 285 movement speed, and you're going up against a Tidehunter who's got arcane boots now. It's like he's going to move a lot faster than you. He's going to be literally just hitting on you, and what can you do as a Phoenix? He tried to use the Phoenix Sunray to heal up the Lion to keep him alive for that little bit longer, but unfortunately it wasn't enough to really keep him alive. Yep. But this laning stage, is just a complete and utter dominance by Team Malaysia. They're winning every single lane. They haven't really been able to get any kills. I think at this point they just need to farm and try and get as many items as they can, and then when mid-game comes, just hope to God they have a good team fight. They just need one team fight to hopefully bring them back toe-to-toe with Team Malaysia.
I mean, they have the tools for it. They have the RP on their side, one big RP, and it could be done, but oh, look at Ohio, again aggressive here. They want to go for the Phoenix, but yeah, he can just dive away. The Phantom Lancer also has Doppelganger, so that's no problem. However, in the mid, well, the Magnus is, oh my god, skewering back, but that should be enough. There's double damage as well on the Storm Spirit, so yeah. With this, it's pretty much the last lane confirmed lost. I mean, bottom went for the Lycan all the time, especially with the help of Mushi. Top, there was a complete disaster, bad weather there, and well, in the end, let's see, the Phoenix, he doesn't have the dive. This is so bad at the moment. They're gonna slow the Centaur, but the Centaur's still gonna make the stun. No, they don't even go for the stun, because they don't need it now. The Phantom Lancer might be in trouble. No, the stun in the end completely ignored. Johnny doesn't even use it. They settle for the Phoenix kill, and that's pretty much it. 5-0 in 5 minutes. We have 1 KPM, but unfortunately just one side.
I'm surprised that the Phoenix went for no point into Fire Spirits at all. He's level 3. He's put 2 points into the Laser, which is really surprising. Just having even 1 point in the Fire Spirits, it would really help, especially when you're getting hit on by these heroes, but
yep.
I don't know. I'm not too sure why the 2 points into Sunray. I guess it's percentage-based damage, but it's not really effective up until the point where you reach maybe 3 points in there. So it's not going to be giving you as much damage yet.
Damage build, even.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of it, but I'm not a fan of Phoenix overall, so I'm very biased. I hate that bird.
He's actually a good hero. I think it's just, this game, it's just really not working out for CW. I think they just needed stronger heroes to win those lanings, because when you play with the Phoenix, you play with a strong draft. He is such a great team fighter. He's such a good hero in general. The Sunray, though, it's not good early game, but it's great late game. But we're still in the early stages, so I don't know. I'm kind of questioning it, but there's probably a reason behind it. I still would like 1 point Fire Spirits, though. Just 1 point.
Get over it, Kangaroo, please.
I'm sorry.
Either way, we just saw Mushi placing a nice ward, which means they have full vision on what's going on here in that bottom lane. And oh, top, look at this. There's a tornado followed up like the Satyr, saying hello with a nice little blast. The Phoenix, so in trouble. This is the 4th salve they have to buy. In the meantime, however, the Phantom Lancer is going down. Doppelganger didn't help him. Mushi, the full blast, all 3 spells being used. This is level 4 for him. He is so good on the way, and well, even the Lion has to go back. Alone the Wolves at this point are too dangerous for him. Level 4 Wolves, that Lion is just getting eaten alive. And that means tier 1 tower at least under heavy pressure, if not even taken down pretty soon. There's a new creep wave coming in. I think that's it. In the meantime, oh my god, I'm missing that kill in the mid. The Storm Spirit is going down as well as top. First I wanted to look top, but mid happened earlier. Now, well, there's still Icarus dive. We have to see. He will, yeah, just dive on a tower, but I'm not sure if he's safe here because now he's out of steam. This is really bad news. They have another slow. It's just an easy kill. A Phoenix without boots. There's nothing he can do.
Without boots, without anything. He's level 3, no boots, he's got wards, and 2 clarities. This Phoenix pick has been a complete disaster.
Oh, but
when you
we
pick
have
a Phoenix...
RP. Look, at top we have RP and he's coming on his way. Ohio is getting shackled, but this was just level 1. The Windrunner running for his life. He has face boots, so it's pretty good news, but at the moment, oh, he wants to go for Johnny. Johnny only with brown boots. Oh, that arrow just missed. Now, let's see. Well, the Magnus is getting slow. The RP is still there. He's skewing forward, but Johnny is doing the kite work here at the moment.
Oh!
Whoa! Even that ultimate committed. They want to turn it around, but there is
the
right clicks. The right clicks are not coming
Oh.
through in the end. Bobo. Not so Bobo after all. He's gonna get that kill, and now Ohio, well, he has stick charges. That's what he wants. He wants to get that Magnus kill, but in the end he has to, yeah, abort mission because the Phoenix is now in the fray as well. This was a 4th on back, but nice play by Johnny there. Bought a lot of time.
That was so close. WS just couldn't get the right click on Johnny. He couldn't click on him because everyone was just confined to such a small area, and he just had to abort mission and say, "Okay, team, you're gonna have to finish it up from here because I can't reach Johnny."
I mean, the biggest problem at the moment for CW is, besides Magnus coming in and getting a kill, which is of course good news for them, the bad news is simply the fact that KYXY, he did quite a lot of damage on the bottom tier 2 tower. That's about 50%. In the mid, the tier 1 tower is also going down. Well, the Lycan is actually farming the Ancient, so this is not his own Ancients, it's the enemy Ancients. And let's see, Wolves are coming in, scouting the tier 1 tower. They wanna, yeah, interrupt that deny. Howl is up. I mean, they have nothing to fear from this Magnus as such, because, yeah, no RP, and there's nothing he can do except for spurring someone back, doing some damage here with the shockwave, but that's pretty much it. The entire team now sort of converges into mid, but I think Malaysia, they're going into Rush Pit.
Yeah, and CW, they just can't contest it either. RP's still down for another 27 seconds, and by the time that comes off cooldown, Team Malaysia's going to finish up Roshan. There's so much damage that... Look how quickly Roshan's going down. He's almost half HP already, so no chance for CW to really contest it. But the good thing about Team Malaysia doing this Roshan for CW is that they have a little bit of space so that everyone can grab a little bit of farm while this is happening. Phoenix still no boots, level 4. He's getting very close. I believe he's just going to make a beeline for the boots. He's just going to say, Lion,
Yeah.
you have boots.
He's
That's
the
my 10
slowest
boots
bird
now.
on the planet.
I think he's a little bit faster than Crystal Maiden, but that's about it.
Yeah, with 285. I think he's 10
Oh.
movement speed faster. Or actually
RP
same. Oh, top.
Yeah,
Look at
they
this.
threw
For
RP
Ohio.
just to get the kill.
But this is a good kill. It's actually worth it to use the RP here simply because he was so goddamn high level. But of course, Team Malaysia, they don't really care. They say, okay, sure, you got Ohio, but we're gonna get your tier 2 tower instead. And since they have a pushing strategy anyway, I mean, Wolves, then 3 creeps by the Chen, as well as now Mushi being level 7 with the wards, they can push down anything at the moment. And they might make that line into the west and just go for the other tier 2 tower, which leaves then CW, I don't know, not with much. And in the meantime, also the Storm Spirit just getting that solo kill on the mid, which I missed, like a pro.
Oh,
But
I
yeah.
think he died too quickly because I actually didn't notice.
Yeah, it was
Phoenix
no, the
dying
Storm
either.
Spirit was from River. I mean, I saw it on the minimap, but by the time he impacted on the Phoenix was already dead. So, camera too slow for that kill, too fast to cast, literally. And yeah,
Too fast to cast.
it's getting true. It's becoming true here. Mushi is there. They're probably gonna commit the mass open wards here.
Yeah, and what can CW do? The RP's still down for another 50 seconds, so that's going to be one of their main crowd control skills down. Phantom Lancer at this point, he can do a little bit, but he can't do too much. Ravage is available, so if CW get caught,
He's
I'm
gonna blink
expecting to see a lot of dead bodies, yeah.
Oh, he's gonna blink in. There's the ultimate, and there, everything is coming in. The Storm Spirit directly on the Magnus. He's already down. It's 1, it's 2. The Lion is gonna make it 3. And look at this, the fastest frog on the goddamn planet. But okay, well, XY, he's gonna lose his Aegis, but he's positioning him that way that he is for Bobo follow-up, maybe. But the problem is the Storm left him, and that means he has to go back. In the end, they're just gonna settle for the tier 2 tower, the 4 kills. And since they're all dead, no buybacks anyway, we can just go for the tier 3 tower, I guess. Then again, they're pretty low in mana and HP, so another round of farming coming in for Team Malaysia.
Yeah, well, they don't really have to push up onto the high ground. It's very early. It's very dangerous as well, because RP is now off cooldown and Magnus just respawned. So if Team Malaysia did hang around, there would have been a potential threat for them to actually die. Phoenix is almost level 6, so... Once
but
Phoenix
I don't think that
gets 6,
egg would make too much of a difference at this point, because if you get surprised by a Ravage, then nobody's debuffed with like the attack slow whatsoever, so going for the Phoenix egg is the easy thing to do. And now putting all this in numbers, by the way, we are looking at a 13 minutes XP advantage of about 10k or heading towards it, 15k and more, 17k approximately in net worth. This is so bad news. All of the tier 1 towers are still standing for Team Malaysia, and they're working towards that last outer tower. But maybe CW wants to do something. But Bobo, what is he doing here on this side? Like, well, this was a nice little shackle attempt, but in the end he has to go back. Ohio is coming in with the body block. In the meantime, in the mid there's a full YOLO fight here. RP is spent on that Storm Spirit, but he has still so much mana that he can just get the hell out of here. And Ohio in the meantime got that Windrunner kill. So Storm Spirit alone keeping the entire team busy while, well, everyone else is just going for the tower. And, well, Ohio was busy with the Windrunner. But you can see Team Malaysia just got this in their hands. Like, Storm Spirit going solo, and even now going solo here on the Phantom Lancer, but this time he was too slow with the Vortex, didn't grab him before the double ganger, and now Croc is just TPing out. He knows he can, but oh my god, Ohio saying hello with the gush.
Oh man, CW's draft, it looked promising, but just the laning phase just completely shredded their draft to bits. And when they're so far behind, they just don't have any big items, they don't have any levels on their core heroes. Heck, I don't know if they can even protect this middle set of Raxes. RP is down still for 50 seconds. Yeah.
The RP is pretty much what the only thing that got them any kills, or the chance for a kill. I mean, in the mid it was not even the case. The Storm Spirit made it out after he got that Phoenix kill, but getting the Phoenix kill is anyway the easiest thing for the Storm Spirit. By the time he impacts on the Phoenix is about 20% HP, if not even less, because Brown Boots is all he got. He's so out of mana. Look at this. He just jumps on him. That's it. That's completely it. The Vortex was probably not even necessary, but you need to use it against the Icarus dive. Well, and there we go. Tier 3 tower. No cliff available whatsoever, and well, they're gonna wait for it. No, they're not gonna wait for it. They're just gonna jump in. There's the Ravage. 2 down already, 3 down. Collateral was pretty much the Phantom Lancer, and this is mid-rax. Completely guaranteed. The question is now, do they finish it right here, or do they give CW another chance for 5 minutes more game?
I think Team Malaysia could just pretty much finish it up at this point. Lion, they're going to go for the buyback there. There's the pull. Phoenix is down. There was a nice shackle there for Bobo, but doesn't really matter. No follow-up, and unfortunately Fit going to get jumped on there by Imba. He's going to be stunned up by Mushi. That's going to be the end of our Lion. And Bobo, he's by himself, just going to make his way back to the fountain. Nice shackle. Going to connect onto Imba and the Creeper. Imba, he's going to be sent back to base by the Chen. Everyone's going to TP out. They all make it out safely, and not without a couple of heads on their shelves.
I love how KYXY in this game, he doesn't really care. Like, he really doesn't care. He's just going for the objectives while his team is just going nuts. He was involved in only 3 kills. it's pretty hilarious.
And 3 assists. 3 kills, 3 assists, so 6 kills.
Yep. But I mean, it's kind of funny because you said it in the draft already. It's coming down to what we said completely once we saw that Titan popping up in the draft screen, pretty much. Like, it was the counter initiation. It was just too scary waiting for the other team to jump in with a nice RP and a Phoenix egg on top of it. Instead, Team Malaysia says, okay, you guys, we're not gonna wait for your RP, we just go in, ravage you, and by that time you lose 2 or 3 heroes before you can even think about turning it around. And well, now systematically I think they're gonna pop in, but oh, that Skura completely failed on KYXY, but no, the Shackle also won't latch, and there's the ultimate here of KYXY. It's the fastest frog on the planet, and he's just gonna turn it around. Actually, he's going full YOLO now. He knows that everything is out, and oh my god! Did he just fingered a creep? Oh my goodness. Either way, we're gonna see the demise of the team now. Croc here, he has no doppelganger, it's only level 2, high cooldown. And well, the Magnus is just standing still. They've given up pretty much. Ohio is gonna secure this one. In the end, only the Windrunner is gonna survive, and I mean, this is the point where you can say GG, but I know GG call is pretty uncommon in the sea.
It's not uncommon, it does happen, but CW, they're just gonna lose these sort of actions before everyone respawns, and they just never had a chance.
Oh, he's gone full YOLO in here. Just keeping him a bit busy here. Playing with your enemy. You should not do that. Your mom should have told you you should not play with your food. Because food and feeding, that's what they do at the moment. There's the call, the Ravage, the last Ravage. Actually a double Ravage even. And look at that disaster here. The Phoenix diving in the last attempt to dive into the fountain, but he just dove directly into hell. Gets being sent home. Well, they can go straight for tier 4 towers at this point. There's no need to even go for access here. We have the Magnus up, but no RP whatsoever, which means there's no way in hell they could come back. So GG, well played for Team Malaysia. And by the way, guys, we're gonna follow this up here. We're gonna follow Team Malaysia from now on, which means the next lobby that pops up is Team Malaysia versus NES. Yep, Team NES. And now the GG is finally called. My name is Heflamoke, I'm casting here with Danelie. Everything is a bit short notice, but I think by now we are all comfortable right now. You think, Danny, are we comfortable?
Yeah, we are comfortable.
Good, we are comfortable.
Very comfortable.
Confirmed by Danny.
Yes.
Either way, Danny is amazing up-and-coming caster. I'm just the old noob. Ignore me completely, but give her a follow on Twitter. And we are coming back for the third best of 1 out of 4. And it's Team Malaysia versus Team NES in about 5 minutes. I hope it's 5 minutes because I want to smoke. So, see ya guys in a bit.